Dude, I feel like we're behind the schedule.
We don't have a schedule.
Whole team is singing. Big bands like Blink. Green Day gotta run it up, cause I can't take it with me when I'm done. Whole team is singing.
Me and Riley are taking off out of Coeur d'Alene. We don't really have much of a game plan. We just know that we're headed south. We want to camp somewhere and we want to see the ocean. This whole trip ended up taking us 3 days, but here's part 1 of the trip. Thanks for coming along and enjoy the video.
We're very slowly approaching 10,000 feet. I think we're gonna get to 10,000 and kind of charge her up to boost up to 10.5 is our game plan.
We're gonna need it.
Yeah, pretty uneventful takeoff. Everything went great.
We're doing about 44 over the ground right now.
Yeah, so a little bit unexpected 30 knot headwind to the nose. So that's kind of holding us back here. In any case, we're on our way to Ellensburg. At this rate, we got another 3.5 hours. So we may have to make a fuel stop somewhere closer.
What's really nice though is if we do see something cool, we'll have about an hour to watch it.
Yeah.
We get a long time.
So I've had Meade Airport in sight for the last 20 minutes.
We've made it 42 miles total from Coeur d'Alene.
And we've been up for an hour and 20 minutes. On top of that, I really think that I'm going to have to piss, which is quite unfortunate. Because we got 2 water bottles in here and close quarters. And both of the bottles are full right now.
Yeah.
So we're going to have to do some chugging. And then Riles is either going to see my wiener or we're going to have to go down. Because I don't know. I don't think I'm going to make it 2 hours. I took a leak just before we left, too. And
We should have bought Porta-John.
yeah, it was just the coffee, man.
Yeah, it's an unfortunate situation that we got going on here, too.
Yeah,
Because
the radios are giving us a little bit of problems, too.
yeah, struggling with the radio a little bit, and then we just don't really have any viable piss canisters. So we're just debating between just stand up and pee outside the airplane like a man.
Yeah, we got the leash back there.
And
so.
it's just tough. Any of these situations.
I question the structural integrity of the leash, though.
Yeah. Well, and I'm concerned too. We're between a rock and a hard place because it's either that and you at least get some privacy, but you're gonna piss on the back of my airplane basically.
And also, if I would happen to fall out, then I think I would smoke the tail, so.
Yeah, you would smoke the tail.
But real talk, I don't think Riles knows it yet, but I got maybe 45 minutes in me.
And we're doing 58 over the ground, and we got 112 miles to go.
We're running out of options.
I mean, as pilots, we are problem solvers, so our job is to just solve this problem, and we're going to find a way to do that.
After careful consideration, we've decided we're going to divert to Odessa. I'm at like a 6 to 6.5 here on level of readiness to take a leak. So, unfortunately, we're going to have to make a stop that was unplanned.
It was a tough decision because this is going to impact our commute for the day, but we explored all the other options, and we felt that the risk of cabin falling out of the airplane was too high with the leash system, and we didn't want to ruin our only water bottle. So,
yeah, and like, I don't know, like I really tried to hold it. I think that right there, that first hour was the hardest part of this whole trip.
I think so.
I mean, we'll see.
I mean, we're only an hour and a half in, but I do think the first hour was the worst.
I hope that was the worst part. That's the roughest approach I've ever done.
Notice that we're really socked in. We're just gonna try and survive the night at this point.
Oh my gosh.
Dude, the turbulence is not helping you out.
No.
Got a bit of a crosswinner fighting here. Pretty significant, actually. It will add 10 for gust. Alright, we can land at an angle and it will correct. Sorry.
Thank you for setting that down.
All right, stopped here in Odessa, had our first pegged sock of the day, and hit the bathrooms real quick before getting back up in the air. You can see on this departure how far our nose is pointed off to the right of centerline there, probably about 20 or 25 degrees. So yeah, pretty good crosswind. Riley did a really good job here. From there, we headed to Ephrata for fuel because at the time, Ellensburg had reported some pretty high winds. I think it was 43 knots or so. So we didn't really want to deal with that.
How's it going?
Hi. You're here for fuel?
Yeah, we see it's out, so we're probably gonna go to Ellensburg.
We did have a NOTAM out.
Yeah, we saw that.
Yeah, okay.
We wanted to stop in and see if maybe it was, sometimes they're fixed before the NOTAM's out, so.
Lotus is in sight, no factor for us. Windsock is dead, and we're going for takeoff. Wonder how fast we'll be off the ground. It's right down the runway. Probably 800 feet. 900. There's 50 old temps, so we'll pressure the green. Rotate. No way. I think that's probably only 500 feet.
Yeah, I was looking. We don't got the 1,000 footers. I was looking for them.
Maybe that was 600. I think that's probably about 600 feet we got off. So we're 4 hours deep in our flight. We could have driven to Seattle faster than that.
Was blowing 40-something knots, 43 knots over here earlier, but it's calmed down to 30. So, yeah, we're gonna stop in and get some fuel. We're gonna change into the shorts, which is gonna be a game changer. We're gonna throw the trunks on, and we're gonna get a new cord because we figured out that was the problem with our radios.
Yeah, it was really weird. If we would plug it into the ADS-B, we'd get a horrible amount of feedback, so we just think it's the cord, because then we tried the cord with other stuff, and it's only the cord, it's not anything else, so yeah, we'll get a solution for that, top off some gas. We got an awesome view of Mount Rainier here, and we're gonna dip down to south and go get our toes in some sand.
I wasn't able to top Riley off at Ephrata, but it looks like in Ellensburg I'll be able to go ahead and top you off down there, so.
Yeah, it's a better view for it, in my opinion, so it'll be good.
It is. I mean, we got a beautiful view here, Mount Rainier, Mount Adams in the background, so. Yeah, we're gonna get down and then head on down to NorCal, I guess.
We stopped in Ellensburg to grab some gas, topped off and blasted off on our longest leg yet. Thankfully, the nasty headwind we had slowly shifted to a tailwind as we turned more and more to the south on our way to Florence, Oregon. And on our way there, we got to see some pretty good views as we finally settled into the trip.
We are up here at 10:05. We departed Ellensburg about 35 minutes ago. We're making a lot better time now. Pretty much in the middle of nowhere.
Coming up, we had to do a little bit of deviation for some TFRs, a lot of fires going around here in the Cascades. But the TFR kind of pushed us in a cool direction. We're going to go right by Mount Rainier and then kick down. Pretty cool. And then we just hit this like crazy mountain wave. We were showing 2,000 feet a minute vertical and level flight. It's pretty cool. We got up, and then I think because the winds are blowing so hard this way, we just we haven't hit it yet, but we haven't hit that downside. It's been pretty nice. Actually, it's gonna help us make up some time, having jumped us up that much. So
Alright, we got about 2 more hours of this.
The first thing I met was a fly with a buzz and the sky with no clouds. The heat was hot and the ground was dry, but the air was full of sound.
Where the airport is, looks like it's open.
And that is definitely the airport.
Yeah.
I think they're just dissipating right here.
Yeah, they're like moving.
And then they're climbing up.
Or they're just going, they're going like south too a little bit. I don't know, that is really weird. They're hauling, but It just looks like they're going in way faster than they are, or I don't know.
Not looking great, but we'll see. I think it's gonna stabilize.
Alright. You got her.
Sorry, baby.
Ugh, holy smokes, man.
That was tough.
Nice flipping work.
Up your latch.
I got it. Holy crap, dude.
That was a rough one. That's probably my top 10.
Dude, that's the roughest approach I've ever done.
All right, we're posted in the FBO. We had a pretty rough landing coming in here.
Yeah, Gustin, we had a peg sock, 4 out of 4.
Yeah, that was our fourth pegged sock for the trip, which is crazy.
We haven't seen a single
But it wasn't.
pegged sock.
It wasn't even the pegged sock that was the rough part there. It was, I don't know. We got there's that cloud layer, and it was just rough coming right through that. We got tossed around pretty good.
Yeah.
But yeah, we're just.
We set her down though. That's what matters.
Yeah,
just
it was.
set her down.
That was good to set her down, because I think it would have been a lot more scary to try and go around there. But yeah, pretty decent FBO. We fueled up, and now we're on our way down south.
Shelter Cove. Crescent City first, but Shelter Cove.
Yeah, we're gonna fuel up in Crescent City and then hit Shelter Cove.
Florence traffic, Aircoupe 21 Delta Bravo is departing 3-3 will be a downwind departure to the south. Florence.
Alright, here we go. Alright, we got 2,900 feet.
We get halfway down and we're not rotated, we'll abort. Airspeed still live, 40. 50. 60. Rotate. We'll just stay down here as best we can. I guess not.
There we go. Good lord. Let's take it to the left.
Now let's climb into the wind a little bit, I guess.
Dude, yeah, it gets rough as piss down there. It's just that first 100 feet.
Yeah, it was not letting me get out of it. I was trying to get out of it. It was like resisting.
Yeah. We're getting blown over.
Look at this. Isn't that just crazy?
Yeah.
Let's get that tailwind going. 102 on the ground. We're only going 80. 113, 120 miles an hour over the ground.
Oh my gosh.
Gosh, look outside.
125.
130.
Look at that,
132.
dude. That's pretty insane.
Maybe we should stay low.
Dude, I don't know what it is about that little strip there, but that is some rough crap, dude.
Yeah, that was not pleasant.
No.
I don't imagine it's always like that, but boy, just maybe the combination of that divot and just like
The ocean
in
there?
ground effect, we're fine, and then you get right above with a level where you know how the airport's kind of dug in?
Yeah.
As soon as you are above that, you just get hammered immediately, and then you can't get out of it.
Yeah.
It was just unpleasant.
Yeah, man, that's honestly probably like one of the roughest approaches and departures I've ever done.
We worked for that one.
It wasn't like scary or anything, but
And
like
it wasn't necessarily
or dangerous, but that's just like that's
we
pretty
had to work.
close.
You had to be on it. If you aren't on it, you are going to screw up and have a problem.
Yeah.
I'm just going to stay low and use this, for now. Because I do not think it's blowing as hard, a little bit higher.
Yeah. It's 7:10. We left at 9 this morning.
Yep.
We're finally into California.
Yeah, we finally crossed over. We just passed over Brookings. We're coming up on Crescent City. We're about to start our descent into Crescent City. What's top off with gas and then go southbound, see if we can get into Shelter Cove or something like that.
Basically just find somewhere to rest our heads for the evening.
And ideally get our toes a little sandy too. So.
Yeah, that's the most important part, is the toes sandy.
Yeah.
Dude, that looks cool down there.
Crescent City traffic, Aircoupe 2 and Delta Bravo is turning final 36 full stop, Crescent City.
And there's some surfers in the water.
Let's go.
They're surfing.
Nice. Yo!
Do you smell that?
Why is it so cold though? That was weird.
Temperature inversion?
Yeah, we had an inversion.
Smell that though.
Crescent City was a short-lived destination as the airport didn't really have any good GA services and it was way colder than we expected. So we quickly blasted off and went to Shelter Cove and erased into the sunset. Unfortunately though, the camera did die on our way to Shelter Cove, but we made it right in the nick of time on honestly what is one of my most favorite approaches of all time.
All right, guys. We just got into Shelter Cove.
It was a pretty rough experience.
Nick of time.
Yeah. So sun setting pretty much on the dot. We nailed it on the time. Like once the sun went down, our wheels were on the ground.
The sucky part is, we flew a long ways to get our toes sandy, and we are going to do that. What was kind of rage baiting us down here was this horrible temperature inversion. So we're getting really excited because it was like, at one point we saw 85 degrees up at like 5,000 feet, and we were thinking it's going to be amazing down here. And we got on the ground and it's 58 degrees and not super pleasant.
Yeah.
But no excuses. We're gonna do what we came to do, no matter what.
But we're gonna go pitch a tent.
Find somewhere to pitch a tent.
And then hopefully rest our heads.
Yeah, we gotta find some grub too. That's on the list.
And a charger.
Yeah, we're running low on supplies here.
Yeah, we were down to Riley's phone was on like 20%.
Yeah, and that was our last good navigational tool. We've got a lighthouse and a fire up there that we might go see what's going on. So yeah, we're just gonna try and survive the night at this point.
Little update, fellas. We found a spot to camp, but little problem.
Big problem.
Food is far away. So we're gonna ration out a pure protein bar, very melted. This has been in my car for quite some time. The rest of these, which are trash. And then we have an apple. And for dessert, some almonds. Not ideal.
I'm definitely realizing now, preparedness, there's some things that, next time, but it's part of the adventure. One major mistake that I'm looking back on now, over at Ellensburg, we had an opportunity for a chicken bake.
Yeah.
Should have taken that.
We should have taken that. That was a horrible mistake.
Really bad idea.
Yeah. We were thinking that there was better. At least I was. And, that's not always the case. So you can't be...
You gotta take what you can get.
Yeah.
Always.
And, yeah. I would put it like that, right?
It's currently 10:30 p.m. We're about to hit the snooze. We're charging up some devices on
That's
power.
the other big problem.
Yeah, we don't have any charge. So we found this spot. It's a little ways of a walk, and we're charging up our stuff there, but high risk of it not being there when we return. And also, looking outside, we've noticed that we are incredibly... notice that we're really socked in.
Yeah.
Like, you can kind of feel the water in the air.
Yeah,
we're inside
we
of a
got
cloud.
mist. We got mist here.
Yeah, baby rain.
Yeah.
Some pretty bad baby rain going. And then there's allegedly a coffee place that's going to have some food that
So
opens up
clutch.
7 in the morning.
That's gonna
That
be
way
so
we can get some
clutch.
calories before getting in the air. Otherwise, we're going to blow through all we have tonight. And it's really not much to start with. So, alright guys. I told you at the beginning.
Oh,
all we gotta
Yo,
do is survive the night.
Alright. We decided to give Riles the apple. You want half of this? Take half of it.
It's
bro.
yours.
It's protein though.
Kill it.
Alright. A hungry man will eat anything. Jeez, bro. Okay.
That looks really good.
Dang, dude, I should have ate outside.
When we get hungry enough, you'll be eating that off the floor.
Honestly, like it tastes the same. It's pretty good.
Usually, I'm pretty weak on getting all the way to the core, you know? But tonight, I might even eat the core.
Dude, you gotta take down the seeds. Bro, you're about to shed a tear. Bro. Well, anyways, ladies and gentlemen, this will suffice until tomorrow. And what matters is that we made it in here.
You know, we had fun, and that's what matters too. I think it's funny that we'll own an expensive airplane and do all that, but like buying food is just not.
Yeah.
Like just, yeah, paying for a camp spot, buying food. No, dude.